live on Twitch, live on YouTube. And then everybody likes to go live on Facebook. Live on Twitch, live on YouTube. And then everybody likes to go live on. Okay, I see myself in all of the places. So if you're just joining me, welcome to Fun Simulation 2000. We have a big lineup on this open mic tonight. I'm unmuting people so they can laugh and join and cheer in.
Yeah.
There's this is the kickoff thing I do. Oh no, wait, I can't do this. Hold on. This is so loud and so violent, and it's almost 8 o'clock here, and my neighbors have babies. But oh no, I still can't do it. Going great. Oh my god! Every time it scares me. Yeah, so this is Fun Simulation, guys. We got a great list tonight. We do this every other Sunday now. We're doing a showcase every other Sunday, so it's alternating. So we're back after a 2-week break. We will have another sweet showcase next week. If you didn't check it out last week, you can watch it on any of the places you're watching this right now. So Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. You got nothing else to do. I know. Unless you're essential, go do your essential things. But I know you got nothing else to do right now. Also, what are the rules here? If you like what you see, comment nicely. Don't be mean. If be nice or leave. That's part of the saying of the bar that we normally do this mic at, which is Reed's Local. I got some beer delivered from them yesterday. They are offering beer delivery in the Chicago area. Ooh, a nice fresh coast from Wisconsin. Friday and Saturdays, they're doing beer delivery, so check them out if you're on the Northwest side, which is pretty sweet. If you don't drink, then don't order beer. I'm not making you drink. This is not what I'm doing right now. The problem, don't. I understand if it's a problem, and it's probably going to become a problem for more people the longer this goes on. That's fine. It should go on as long as it needs to. Guys, I don't know. I'm pretty used to the social isolation right now, but I can't help but think that it's weird, like how the more data comes out, it seems to be affecting like certain people more. It seems to be affecting Black people more, which is really a weird thing for disease to do, and it really sucks because it could be politicized then by basically racist white people to be like, oh, open up anyways. The weird thing about that is, can you imagine if you died in like March before all this happened, and you're like in heaven or wherever the hell you're gonna end up, and you just see like a bunch of Black people coming in, and you're like, oh God, what happened down there? Trump and his people finally did something. Oh no. Like, no, it was a disease. He'd be like, yeah, right. Yeah. Topical, guys. I'm sticking with topical tonight. I think I get to work from home. Somebody's being loud. I get to work from home, which is great. I really enjoy work. Does anyone else here in the Zoom work from home remotely or anything? Yeah. It's a great time to try to like work really hard and keep your job. Like show off that you can do it remotely, because then you can keep doing it remotely. Like when this clears up, it's awesome. But also, it's a great time to look for a second job and keep both of them. I mean, like, right, I'm working right now, guys. This is not the open mic is not all I'm doing on my computer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, look for a second job. I don't know. Okay, so here's a lot of people. My hair's getting long. I had to cancel my haircut that was scheduled. That's fine. I'm not gonna complain and bring an AR-15 to the governor's office or anything because I need a fucking haircut. I do need a haircut, and if you need a haircut, I got a hot tip for you. Hot tip. What you're gonna do is find a mirror in your house. Find a real, like your main mirror that you always look in. Find that mirror and turn it around so it faces the wall. Then find all the other mirrors in your house and do the same thing. And then revoke camera access on your phone. And then you're fine. You don't need a fucking haircut. Nobody gives a shit what you look like in your house. You're not meeting anyone new. You're not sleeping with anyone new. All right, guys, I'm gonna get this started. Please welcome our first comic. She's from Chicago. She's from Chicago. She's not even that far from me right now. You're not that far. I don't know where you live exactly. I just know you walk to read sometimes. Please welcome Katie Zane.
Thanks so much, Mark.
I accidentally made you host. Hold on.
Congratulations.
They have like make host like really easily close to other stuff.
Okay.
Sorry. Please welcome Katie Zane. One more time for Katie. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yay.
So I actually had been doing really well for most of the time with this, is because like I've been isolated because of chronic illness and mental health reasons before, and so like at first I was like, I'm the best at this, I'm a pro, and now I'm like falling apart. So no one's good at this. So there's been a lot of different things that people have been doing to keep themselves sane. And a lot of people have been playing Animal Crossing, which I used to play when I was like 18, long ass time ago, but apparently it's still like a thing. And I realized Animal Crossing is just The Sims for furries. I think that's why it's so popular, is because there's a lot of closet furries out there, and this is how they can express themselves. Which, no judgment at all. I've been thinking, because this time, like, I think that I've been like thinking about old stories and old experiences, and I was remembering when I was 21, I moved to California, kind of like in that way that a 21-year-old does anything, like not thinking too hard. No money, no job, no place to live. And my friends nonetheless threw me a goodbye party, and like had like a little meeting of the minds about this party they were going to throw for me. And at the same time, they also had a meeting of the minds about how I needed to go to California with a very large dildo vibrator. Because that is what they gave me to take with me to California. My friends had a group chat about how I needed to pack heat in my suitcase for moving across the country because I was going to be alone, and they wanted to make sure that my needs were taken care of. Because, like, that's how fucking single I used to be. Because my friends knew, they knew that, like, she's not gonna get laid at all. We better do this for her. And then they all had a discussion about it, and they all agreed. There was consensus. So one of the things that I suffer from, that I thought would make me more well-equipped from this, is I have borderline personality disorder. I've had a lot of treatment. I have a lot of coping mechanisms. One of the treatments they actually give you for this kind of thing that's actually really helpful is a treatment called exposure therapy. And basically what exposure therapy is that a therapist will ask you the thing that makes you the most upset, and then they like sort of simulate that environment and make you the most upset, and then at the end you get a valued activity to make yourself feel better for doing this painful thing. So basically exposure therapy is medically socially acceptable BDSM. Because you're just making your therapist your mistress and saying how much pain you want and need to feel better. And at the end you get to come. So it's the same. It's the same. Except for I think that BDSM cheaper. Pretty sure cheaper. And was that the light there, Mark?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay, cool. So a couple months ago, I got kicked off of Tinder for reasons I'm not going to explain. But I got kicked off of Tinder And it was fine. I'd started dating somebody seriously at the time, so I was like, it's fine. But then a couple weeks into the quarantine, I was like, I am going to get my Tinder back. I'm bored. And so like I started a brand new Facebook, used a different email, and started a new Tinder. I had it for 4 days. And then they found me again and banned me on the new Tinder. So I can't have it apparently. But I've been Katie Zhang. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you, Katie. Katie, I think
Yeah.
if you were if you were a predatory man, they wouldn't have gone through that trouble. They would have just let you stand. Like these crazy women, we gotta hunt them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when people think that like medically you have to go outside. Like then I know they've never been in a fucking hospital for an extended period of time. It ain't gonna kill you. It's not gonna kill you. I guarantee you that. I've been in the hospital for months before. You don't have to walk either. I wasn't walking. I was in a fucking wheelchair. So
Yeah.
you don't have to do either. It won't kill you. It sucks. It's not fun, but it ain't medically going to kill you.
Right.
Guys, please, we're gonna keep this going. We got a decent amount of comics. Where'd my mouse cursor go? Please welcome Nathan Gibson.
Yay.
Woo!
Howdy.
Yeah.
If I smoked during this the whole time, would you mistake me for the Joe Rogan podcast? I've been staying in Indiana at the moment. I've been kind of just going to the dunes and then just bringing my computer out there. So I've just been bullshitting, but with a nice view. I saw an article recently about Indiana and the platform we're on, Zoom. There was an Indiana election commission that had a meeting, and all of a sudden there was a screen capture took over, and then they just started watching someone jerk off. Someone put a male masturbation on the Zoom meeting, so people were forced to see that. And when Northwest Indiana Times, the newspaper around here, reported it, there's a section I have to bring out that said, a steady orange and black logo besides the steadily moving image suggests the recording originated on one of the most visited free pornographic websites on the internet, which made me realize newspapers are afraid to say porn website names. Like, how do we make this as descriptive? Please don't make me say Pornhub. Please don't make me say. Let me check the AP editorial book. When I was at the dunes, I was watching this bee land on a flower, and the flower started to droop. And it made me think, like, do you think bees ever think to themselves, oh, you fucking fat ass? Every time they land on a flower and just starts to droop. I really want to get that joke good before we stop having bees altogether. Like that joke has a very tough life I'm trying to work on. I want this time of coronavirus to, what's the word, radicalize us. I feel like there's a revolution that we need because of this coronavirus. And if we don't, we are a foolish nation. And what I'm saying is, I think bidets on toilets should be a national platform in the United States.
Yeah.
Oh man, like,
Testify.
you think there would be that many people hoarding toilet paper if they know just a little hose could wipe their poop off their butthole? Oh, it's do you know that pregnant women will get hemorrhoids? And you know what's good on hemorrhoids? Bidets. I'm saying not having a bidet is misogynistic. That's the platform I'm going with. You can accuse me of being a part of Big Bidet. I don't care. I believe they should be subsidized. I endured the hemorrhoids myself, and I have a bidet, and quite frankly, it's as refreshing as a Sierra Mist person. Well, I hope you all get on to the bidet revolution with me.
Yes.
I think I'm done. Goodbye.
Yay!
Thank you, Gibson. Thank you. I think that the newspapers don't want to say 3 porn websites names because they're like, if people can jerk off for free, they're never gonna read newspapers.
We're already a dying medium.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna take the time to read words about things that matter. There's no way they're gonna fucking do that. Oh man, thank you.
Town
Nathan,
hall
guys.
meeting or titties? Oh, we can't compete.
You know, it's like I don't understand like Zoom bombing. Like I don't want to. Like I'm not going to share this link on like dicey websites, but like it takes 2 fucking seconds for me to kick you out forever. Like 2 seconds. It's a right mouse click and a drag to kick out, and then you can't come back in. That's how easy it is. So people are like, oh no, like where did this really nice body and penis come from? I don't know. Must be a stranger. So nice. I mean, come on.
Oh no, I can't stop this.
Oh, I guess we have to wait till I finish. He finished. All right, I just explained the joke. We're gonna go to our next comment. Oh, holy crap! Michael Cooper. He's sitting right next to our first comment, Katie Zane. Where's
Hey,
Blake?
guys,
Are you gonna be
how's
on
it going?
Katie's? Where are you? Where the fuck are you?
All
right, there he is. His
I've
video's
already
on.
moved out.
Yeah.
How's it going, y'all? Everybody good? That's
Yes.
great.
Hey.
I have a very awkward relationship with watching Dr. Anthony Fauci speak in public. He's the face of the coronavirus task force nationally. And the problem with that is while he's brilliant and knows his shit, he also always sounds like he has a sore throat.
Yeah.
Makes me uncomfortable. You know, he had to upgrade his personal security because of death threats against him. And all I can think is, isn't personal security during a pandemic kind of its own death threat? Don't worry, Dr. Fauci. We are your personal security. We will leave your side. I also read some bullshit from the CDC that was like, hey, listen, there's a big pandemic coming. Smokers are at higher risk. Now, there's never been a better time to quit smoking. Well, that's true if you're the smoker. It's not true if you're the person quarantined with the smoker. You just throw withdrawals into whatever personality the person has. Hey, that's nice that the CDC thought of me. I wish they'd have thought about my immunocompromised girlfriend who can't leave. Oh man, I am tired of the internet at this point, and it's my only way to talk to people. I was tired of, and to be clear, I was tired of the internet beforehand. I still don't know what yeet means. Okay, I think it's the name of that racist frog.
Ha.
I don't know how things work, but I do know that I'm seeing a lot of people with opinions, and none of them have the first name of doctor or nurse. I think we'll be out of the woods by shut the fuck up. I hope you get a toothache that never goes away. Well, I really think the key is to just make sure we do the shut the fuck up. I hope your partner's sexual orientation changes mid-intercourse. After they finished, hey, it ain't their fault. But before you finished. I hate all of it so much, but it's fine, guys. We're going to get back to normal. Oh, God, we're going to get back to normal. Remember when we were worried about shit like fascism And gonna die instead. Remember when we were upset that like facts stopped existing? And now we're like, yeah, I guess that's fine. The facts live out there now. I went to Walgreens earlier. It was like playing Frogger, but with illness. My girlfriend's immunocompromised. I can't bring this shit home to her. You know, instead of having to start the game over, if I make a wrong move, I just have to start my sex life over again. I think I got 4 minutes on this thing. I think I do. Hey, do y'all think R. Kelly just did all that shit to get a cabinet position? Anyway, I gotta log off here and listen to Freebird while I cut myself. I hope y'all have a great time.
Check on Mike. Hey, check in on Mike. Hey, do us a favor and check in on him later tonight. I like that view. Who was clapping like that? That was good.
Very nice.
Yeah,
You got the clap.
I got myself spotlighted. Guys, we got a few more. We're gonna keep ripping through. I don't do a lot of time in between. I usually go pretty fast. Patty Mansbach, come on down. I gotta find you. Well, it moved. Why is everything moving so much? I gotta change the way I'm doing this. Sorry. There you go. Hey, what was up with Patty, guys? Yeah.
I got my Rona check, everybody. Woo. You know, I'm rich. I feel like Oprah. I have a $1,200 in there. How much does a helicopter cost? Can I buy one for $1,200? I have no of money. I was thinking about maybe finally getting the boob job that Mo in 9th grade said I needed. But then, yeah, the doctor said they're not doing elective surgeries right now. And also, a job in this economy, my mom, she sent me a face mask in the mail, and that was really sweet of her. She's really concerned for me, except it did nothing for my acne. I don't know where she's getting her skincare advice from, because it's not working. It would have been nice to have this pandemic happen when I was in 4th grade and I had headgear. Nope, they made me go to school for that. Definitely not bitter about that, but haven't we all learned something during this pandemic? At least I've learned something. You're supposed to wash your hands after you go to the bathroom, not just take selfies. Whoops, been doing that wrong. Yeah, I mean, after I poop, that's the thinnest I'm gonna be all day. How could I not just take a bunch of pictures? That's when I send them to Harry Styles on Instagram. Well, that was before he blocked me. That's the course of true love never did run smooth. Oh, if he cancels his concert, I'm gonna spend $1,200 on tissues to wipe away my tears. That's actually gonna happen. I like all the girls on the internet because they're like, oh, Harry Styles, his voice is like a fine wine. He gets better with age. He is 24 years old. What age? I guess it's old for wine. It's also old for me sometimes. I'm never gonna get laid ever again. The celibacy virus affects us all in different ways. Well, no, I had that before this whole thing. I've been trying to exercise though, because summer bodies, they're made during pandemics. I'm gonna go to the beach after this, have myself a Coronication. But I don't have any free weights, so I just use a box of Oreos. That's what I do my exercises with. I thought I was getting stronger because it was lighter, but then I realized, oh, I ate half the box the night before. That's what happened. I don't know. I'm fine. I was pretty socially distant before this pandemic happened, but that's because nobody likes me. But that's not my fault. That's on them. Like, yeah, for example, one time when I was at summer camp, we had to do icebreakers, and then my icebreaker question was, if you had to murder somebody, but then afterwards you had to fuck their dead body, who would it? That's not my fault. That's on them. It's your fault you don't like me. I was talking to my dad and he was complaining about people at the grocery store who go shopping during senior hours when they're not seniors. He said that that's stolen valor. I'm like, I don't think that's what that means, Dad. He said that he wants Trump to hold his MAGA rallies again. I was like, oh no, Dad, what? And my dad was like, oh no, only so his supporters get the coronavirus. I was like, you kind of got a point, man. And then my dad, he said he is wearing a mask when he goes to a grocery store, which is good. But he also said it's hard because he has to lift it to smoke his cigarette. So that's a little bit hard for him. I'm famous though. That's something I've recently realized. I am very famous, as you might already know. Obviously, you know already. I even have the paparazzi following me around. Like one time, I had this paparazzi picture, and I showed my friend before it went in all the tabloids. And then he said, "Patty, that's a red light camera. You owe Portland police $1,200." So yeah, my friend's a hater, and it takes fame to know who your real friends are. I remember internet dating. Yeah, it was Tinder was hard because I had trouble telling my right from my left, but I'm not smart enough. And all right, one more. I swear I'm almost done. I'm out of towner. But it was really hard because I downloaded Grindr one time and I got super drunk at Cirque du Soleil and I just sat in the audience like Michael. Yeah, okay. I'm out of time. You guys are great. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Patty. Guys, I realized, well, number one, I like that he said you're an out-of-towner as you're running a light because, oh boy, if someone's never coming back again, they will run the lights so bad. They'll just be like, I'm visiting from Montreal. I don't even know fucking English. I'm doing 8 minutes at this open mic. Get all over everything.
Can you be out of town on the internet?
And then it was also brought to my attention midway through your set that I was broadcasting the grid view of everybody instead of just you. Sorry,
great.
Everybody, you're all on screen for the first half of her set. The best part about that,
I'm just like this,
and I like that because I feel like every comedy show should have a camera feed from the green room anyway. Everyone's frowning face and chain smoking. All right, guys, we're gonna keep this rolling. Our next comedian, please welcome. I'm gonna find him first. This is what I'm start doing is finding people before I introduce them. Put your hands together for Gary Hughes. Gary Hughes.
Gary. Cool. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. I don't do well in group interviews. The same reason I don't do well in gangbangs. It's just a lot of talking, you know. So, you know, it's just a lot of sitting around. It's like, you get your check? No, I didn't get my check yet. Well, you got because you got a credit union. Yeah, I'm with Bank of America. No, I'm not in line. Go ahead. You go. I'm with Bank of America. Like, yeah. So I just don't do that. I found out some people that are racist, this is what they do. It's the people that put their sunglasses on the back of their head. Those are mostly the racist people. Oh, that dude is racist. Guy in R9 with the glasses in the back of his head. He has to be racist. They're in the back of his head. I turned 30 in like a week, and I'm going to start to need glasses. I'm going to be excited about that. I accept people that like take their flaws with them. You know, I had a Lyft driver. He had his glasses on top, right? And the drive was supposed to be 5 minutes, but we took 25 minutes because every intersection he was like, "Is this the right? Yeah, that's the right. Is that the okay? That's the is that no, okay? Yeah." I'm like, "Yo, just put them on, man. Just put them on. Let's get this ride going, baby." Everybody makes business cards, right? Everybody wants to network. Now, what you put on your business card is your business. I had someone give me a business card. It says editor. So okay, I could use that. Photographer, cool. Activist. Why are you telling me that? What am I supposed to do with that? Supposed to get like a parking ticket? Like, I know who to call. Call you. Hey, these motherfuckers, they picking on me. It's racist. I used to be married for a year. I was married for 1 whole year. I made it, you know, a bell-shaped curve. I was married on my car insurance. It was quite interesting. It was my first time leasing a car. and I didn't have enough money for the car insurance afterwards. And the dude was like, "Look here, I know a guy." Anybody say something like that, it's like, "Look, I know a guy." And he had somebody at the car insurance place put that I was married to this Mexican lady for like a whole year. And, I remember asking my mom, I was like, "What's that, Mom? What's that? Is that okay?" She's like, "That's called insurance fraud." Oh, hell no. So a whole year I was ducking and dodging, married. You know what I'm saying? I'm living that good life, man. I'm real, you know. I have a friend in Brussels, Belgium. I used to live in Europe, and I still talk with her, and it's fun to like hear other people's terminology and other cultures. I remember telling her like a derogatory term for our cops, we call them pigs. We call them pigs. And she was like, "Oh, we call ours chickens." And I was like, "Chickens?" And I just thought like all the like civil rights phrases just replaced with chickens. Like, why you chickens? You chickens, get out of here! Why you chickens always coming down on us? We didn't do nothing to you chicks. And watch out, the chicks coming. You know, I don't know. It's just a stupid. It's just a stupid thing I always think of. I started doing this thing where I try to figure out which of my peers have been homeschooled. It's a pretty simple game because most homeschool people don't know general knowledge or pop culture. So you'll be like, "Bye, Felicia," and they'll be like, "What's that? Where's that from?" Or you'll be like, "I have a dream." They'll be like, "Who's that? Who said that?" "Star Wars." And I'm like, "What?" You can still tell homeschool people because they like drink milk with their dinner and shit like that. A lot of homeschool people. Everybody's homeschooled now. I don't feel sorry for nobody because, like, you got Netflix and everything. You good. You good. You got Netflix. You got video games. Now your sex ed is Pornhub. Come on, premium Pornhub. That's good. That's Gucci right there. You don't be complaining about that. White people, I like white people, of course. I have no choice. But I don't like white people that eat raw food, like steak tartare. I don't understand that. You know, black people eat their food, like they gotta be cooked all the way done, you know. But I have a Belgian aunt, and I remember she's white, and she was like having like some mashed, some ground beef or some seasoning. I went in the kitchen. I was like, "Oh, Auntie about to make some hamburgers," and then she just started eating that shit, and I was like, "What, Auntie? What you doing? What are you doing with that? Stop that! Cook that, please." I respect the microbes in your belly. Is what I'm saying. It's like a dinosaur. I do one more thing. I used to work at Starbucks in LA. And they're all like very fancy. You know, my coworkers get compliments like, "You should act, you should model," and no one ever gave me that compliment. The closest ever got, and they were like, "How tall are you?" It's like 5'11". It's like, "How much you weigh?" Like 220. "You should donate blood." Yeah.
I wish we were.
All right, for sure. All right, I'm Gary Hughes.
Funny.
Thanks, man.
No, we're
All
not.
right, I'll kind of red light. My bad.
No, you're wrong, man. It's all good. Thank you, Gary. Gary Hughes, one more time for Gary. That was good. I don't know what's with those glasses, wearing the backwards glasses thing, but man, it is spot on. They're just so paranoid. I think it's like animals that have like the defensive markings in the back of their head to keep predators from attacking them from behind.
Like a ladybug or
So
something.
they think
Yeah.
it's stop them from getting mugged or something. Someone has the jump on you. They have the jump on you. That guy's hat is forward, but his glasses are backwards. Is he facing me? I don't know. His elbows might be backwards. Let's just go home. Let's leave him alone. Is that weird shit? All right, guys, we're gonna keep rolling. Our next evening, Douglas Wenderski.
Thank you. So I'm guessing that most guys prefer there to not be a bathroom attendant in a bathroom when they go into a bathroom. I know I'm definitely that way, but there's I'm sorry. Oh, okay. There's an exception to that for me. It has to do with one bathroom attendant in particular. This is in the Atlanta area. This was a while ago, by the way. This was about 15 years ago, right? So picture Ronnie Woo Woo. And for those of you that are not familiar with him, so basically he's a very popular Cubs fan, right? He can be seen basically, as far as I know, like every home game, like he's outside, right outside Wrigley, or like right outside the bars that are like super close to Wrigley, and he's inside the games too. And basically, like you can hear, like he's always wearing a Cubs uniform, and then he does like different sayings, but it's like he'll include like a woo, and, so he'll something like Cubs, woo, Cubs, woo, something like that, right? So anyway, so picture Ronnie Woo Woo, right? But picture a dirtier version of Ronnie Woo Woo. And when I say a dirtier version of Ronnie Woo Woo, I mean like, well, he probably watches a good amount of porn throughout the day, every day, and it shows, kind of thing, right? That kind of dirtier, right? And so he's not, when he's working in the bathroom, he's not wearing a baseball uniform or anything, right? I do remember him wearing a red polo, and I do remember the employees there wearing khakis, right? So red polo, khakis. Holy shit, that's some like Jake from State Farm shit right there. All right, so we naughtier version of Ronnie Woo Woo rocking the Jake from State Farm look, right, while he's working. And he knows the reputation of this bar, which is people go there to hook up kind of thing, right? It's definitely known for that. And so when he's in the bathroom there, he's holding paper towels, and as the guys are heading towards the sinks, you can hear him saying, "Clean hands, clean pussy, gentlemen, clean hands, clean pussy." And it is hilarious. He's great. He's really funny. And he's smart too. He's dropping knowledge in there. He's teaching the guys about, clean hands, clean pussy, right? And I was thinking recently, I was like, well, hell, what would it be like if you morphed the two guys together? If you morphed like old Ronnie Woo Woo and with old Clean Hands, right? All right, so this is what you got. He's rocking the red polo, right? The white Cubbies uniform pants, the blue cleats, the Cubbies hat. And he's in there working in the bathroom doing his thing. Clean hands, woo, clean pussy, woo, clean hands, woo, clean pussy, woo. Right, and then I'm thinking like, well, hell, since I already had the crazy idea of morphing the two guys into one, shit, fire. I may as well throw in a third guy, right? If you're gonna do that, it may as well be Ric Flair, right? Clean hands, woo, clean pussy, oh, woo. How much time we got? Like 30 seconds? Can I?
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll try because I didn't do anything like Corona related. I feel like I'm out of place if I do. Okay, so recently, Kenny Rogers passed away, right, 3 weeks ago or whatever, and that was sad. But you got to give it up to his family because they decided to hold off on the service for him because they know when to hold them and know when to hold them, know when to hold. All right, that's it for me. I had to do something.
Yeah.
Woo, Doug. Woo,
Douglas. Hey, Douglas. One more time for Doug. I remember there was one time I was running the showcase over at Reed's and local Chicago comic Kevin Kellum was doing a set on he does a set about the north side and the south side, and he's from the south side, and it doesn't make fun of the south side. It's not a derogatory set by any means, just pointing out differences. And there's a regular at Reed's, and he was dressed in full head to toe Cubs like uniform, like when a child puts on like a baseball outfit, like he's just and he's like in his 70s, so he's like in his 70s, and he's it's like 7 p.m. and he's drunk at the bar, and he just hears Kevin talk about the South Side, and he just goes all the way from the bar, all the way to the back of the room, all the way up to the microphone, and just goes like, "Hey, don't talk bad about the South Side." And Kevin's like, "I wasn't, and I'm not." And he goes, "So then just be nice." Look at his little mini Tommy Lasorda, like, so good. All right, I just had to share that one. Kevin, if you're watching, that was awesome. I'm sorry. And it's like, normally if someone's like rushing the stage, I'll go and physically stop, but the guy was such not a threat. It was awesome.
No.
All right, guys, our next meeting, he's co-hosting the showcase with me next week. So he's going up now. Put your hands together for the very talented, and I need to find him on. There we go. Your hands together for the very talented Pratik Srivastava.
Yeah, hey, give it up for Mark Hornbeck, who's hosting this thing. He's doing a great job, right? Yeah, give it up for Mark Hornbeck. It's awesome. You got your Super Mario clouds in the background. I think that's awesome. This is the bonus level. What's up, Nathan Gibson? Good to see you, sir. We got the Ric Flair woos earlier. A lot of wrestling references. There's a bad rap when you're a wrestling fan. Everybody likes to make fun of you. Oh, you like wrestling, blah, blah, blah. I declare that pro wrestling brings people together. And if you don't believe me, I once watched a pay-per-view match where an arena full of conservative Muslims chanted for a Jewish guy named Goldberg. You're not going to see that anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to see that in fucking Wimbledon, only in professional wrestling. It brings people together. It's wonderful. That's really all I'm really watching right now, because that's the only new thing happening is professional wrestling. Every other sport has canceled, but not professional wrestling. They will do empty arena, last man Corona standing matches till the end of time. Everything else, hockey has been canceled, and I'm saddened by that. Yes, Pratik Srivastava is a fan of hockey. He's fun of me for that. Like, why do you like hockey? I'm like, when I watch professional hockey, it's one of the few times I get to watch people with more fucked up long names than mine. It's great. It's wonderful. These are dudes who have like 3 syllables and consonants in their names. They got like an S and a Z, a C, and they're like, oh, just say it phonetically. It's like, no, there's 3 consonants. There is no phonetical pronunciation with those fucking names. I love hockey. It's great. I was talking to my one black friend about hockey. And he was like, I don't feel represented as a black man in hockey. That's why I don't watch it. And I was like, if I follow your logic when it comes to professional American sports, I could never watch any sport ever except the spelling bee, you guys. That's it. That's all I can watch. It is a sport. It's on ESPN 8. It's a great sport. I did have one person yell at me one time at Reed's, hey, Pratik, you're talking about spelling bee. What about cricket? And I'm like, yeah, what about cricket? All right, let's take all the fun parts about baseball and let's remove that. What do you have left? You have a sport that lasts for days. It's fucking cricket. You have a sport that lasts longer than every Game of Thrones episode put together. It's a very boring sport. Not a big fan of that. Also, it was started by the British when they were conquering the Indian people. That's like, what are you going to say next? That smallpox blankets is a sport? No me gusta, por favor. I don't appreciate oppressors coming down on me with sports. I don't really appreciate that, you guys. I'm not a big fan of that, but I am appreciative of this open mic. It's good to be here performing in socks on carpet. I don't get to do that a lot. You might find this hard to believe, but I don't get to tell jokes in my socks on carpet. It doesn't happen often, so that's why I'm glad to be here at Fun Simulation. And I'll leave you guys on this. I don't want to run the light here, but somebody was talking earlier about public restroom attendance, all that shit. I think it's important that we stay clean and safe when using public restrooms, which is why I recommend that when this is all over and we can go outside again and be around things and you have to use a public restroom, I insist that you use hotel lobby bathrooms, you guys. Yes, hotel lobby bathrooms. They're clean. They're wonderful. They give you a little checklist that says who's been monitoring and cleaning this bathroom every hour. It's probably someone who's got a PhD from Singapore, but this is the only job they can have in this country, and that's fine. That's how you know it's going to be a good, clean bathroom. But I know what you're going to say next. You're going to say, hey, Pratik, they're not going to let me in this hotel lobby bathroom. They're going to say, oh, this bathroom is for hotel guests only. That's where you get them. You get the hotel security person. You look them dead in the eyes and you say, I'm not a guest of this hotel, but I'm here right now visiting my biological father for the first time ever because he is a guest of this hotel. And I'm a little nervous right now because I just had 9 7-Eleven taquitos. That's 3 for 3 times 3. And I'm a little nervous. I'm going to paint the bathrooms and turn my asshole into a Play-Doh press kit. So if it's okay with you, Hyatt Regency on Grand and State Avenue, I'm going to go ahead and do that. That works every time. That's a tip from me, Pratik. Give it up for Mark Hornbeck. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pratik. I got to figure out how to do this. Oh, there we go. Yeah. One more time for Pratik, guys. It's the camera's bouncing around. I'll take it. I got it. I got the camera back, guys. I did it. I figured out how to do it.
Nice.
Yeah, Pratik. How are Nick and Sheila doing, man? How are they doing?
They're doing well. They're watching the Michael Jordan documentary right now.
Oh, damn. Didn't know Nick and Sheila were fans. Sweet.
But I'm here. This is my family. These you guys. Not my real family.
That's nice. I try to find shows to get into because I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of television, like in general. And I found a show and I started watching. I don't know if you're familiar with Dark Shadows. not the movie and not the 90s series, but the series from the 60s. It was on for 6 years, but they made over 200 episodes a year. So there's 1,200 episodes.
Whoa.
So I started watching. I did the math. There's 25 days worth if you didn't sleep of this show. And I got through 3 episodes already, and it's fucking great. So I think I'm good. I will not run out. I wish Johnny Depp would be in that much footage of Johnny Depp, but you know he would not do that kind of marathon shit. Guys, our next comedian I'm going to welcome, his name is Mario Caballero, and I'm looking for him on here right now. Where is he? There he is. Okay. There you go. Yes, please welcome Mario. Yes, thank you.
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, my apologies. Ran a little late. I was definitely watching that Jordan doc, so that shit's crazy. Big surprise. He's kind of an asshole to some people. You know, a lot more F words on ESPN than normal, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, my apologies. I have like a couple stereotypes working against me. One, I'm a big pothead, and one, I'm a stoner. So like being on time is, you know, difficulty. You know, I feel like sometimes the only thing that can make it worse is if I was like a paraplegic or something, because it's like, all right, cool, you know, he's got to get off the ramp and everything. You know, it's a valid excuse, but. I did that joke at a mic one time, and I was supposed to be the last person going up. And right after I did that joke, a dude in a wheelchair showed up. So I'm like, you know what? I guess stereotypes are right half the time. So shoot, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah. How's it going, everybody? My apologies as well. I'm getting all these times confused. I'm coming live and direct from the world's greatest air quality, which is Los Angeles, California. Believe it or not. You know, it's like, I don't know, like Charlie Sheen having like the cleanest bill of health or something like that all of a sudden. It's just big turnaround, man. Crazy. Anyway, yeah, my name is Mario, and, you know, that does come with a lot of extra growing up, a lot of extra BS. And we good? Okay. I got a lot of stupid questions like, hey, Mario, with that name, you probably know something about pasta or plumbing. I'd be like, nah, man, it's more like pozole, and I could probably change your brakes under 20 minutes or so. So, yeah, it's like, hey, Mario, with that name, probably enjoy yourself some mushrooms every now and then, right? I'm like, that one's actually correct. Yeah, doesn't matter if it's, you know, shiitake, portobello, psilocybin. Man, put it on my pizza, man. We're trying to go to another level, bro. Trying to see all these worlds out here. Warp zone. But nah, I'm actually more of a pothead myself, like I mentioned. I think it's getting kind of crazy, though, the way it's just been legalized around the country. It's become more accepted, you know, here and there. It's, you know, like it gets more bougier, I feel like, by the year. Like I've had a couple people who have like started to, you know, try to smoke with, and they come with a checklist of questions all of a sudden. It's like, hey, Mario, is that indica or sativa? Is it hybrid? If it's a hybrid, is it indica dominant or sativa dominant? What's the CBD percentage in there? What dispensary did you get it from? Like, what lot number did they freaking grow it from? It's like, bro, I have no idea, man. Like, this shit looks purple to me, man. I got it from Hector down the street, man. So I'm gonna smoke it. I don't know. Oh man, crazy. But yeah, I had one person tell me like, man, that's some illegal ass stuff right there. I only smoke the legal stuff, bro. Got this legal weed. I pay my taxes. I do all that stuff. And I'm like, hey man, first of all, I think the weed prefers to be called undocumented weed, all right? So just because it doesn't have its papers and you don't know if it came from this border or not, you know what I'm saying? It deserves some respect, all right? So yeah. I'll leave it to you. I'll leave you guys on that. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Mario. I think pretty soon enough you'll be able to change that to I only smoke the weed that's been inoculated and has the antibodies to coronavirus. It's the only way we're going to be able to freely travel through the country. So,
seriously.
I also started watching another show today too. Oh man, I was gonna play it, but there's a fucking commercial on YouTube before it. So I'm going to play it after our next comedian. I'm gonna cue it up. put your hands together. I think Andre, you live by me, right? You live around here. You're a local guy, right?
Yeah. Well,
a real Reed's local. Please welcome Andre Hashem.
All right. I have, I don't know about the other single people, but I've still been trying to get laid with the energy of yeah. It's because I frankly, like, I hate condoms, and they're not worried about the coronavirus, and they're not worried about the other viruses. So it's okay. That's just funny. I lucked out. I did meet someone I kind of liked, actually. It's interesting that she's very short. When we met, I was like, "How tall are you?" She said, "I'm 4'11". I'm portable size." And I just said, "Yeah, well, everyone, if you have enough suitcases." So, but she, it was funny. She actually, she said back, she was like, "I actually weirdly feel safe with you. I think it's because guys usually have broad shoulders, and that's intimidating." So it's like. It was fucked up. We walked into a 7-Eleven. She bought a pack of cigarettes and got carded. And I was like, dude, if she's not allowed to buy those, then I'm not allowed to be here. So yeah, what else do I got? Sorry, hold on. I had notes and then I lost them. It is funny. So I have a lot of hipster friends. It's funny seeing them. Some of the changes that coronavirus has made kind of socially. A lot of them are actually kind of turning into preppers and getting guns, but like they're hipsters. So I kind of, in my head, I'm like, I kind of feel like they're probably getting like 6-shooters and flintlocks. I'm looking forward to like hanging out at a gun range in a couple of years, and there'll be a dude in full camo with an AR-15, and next to him like a pirate wearing clogs shooting a blunderbuss. Yeah, it's funny. This is, chaos brings out the best in people sometimes too, because it's like growing up, my mom was like kind of a bit of a character. Like when I say that, I mean like a character. What would a character be? Like an example of a character would be like maybe punching a cop when he asked her why she ran into a telephone pole, and her answer was just that they shouldn't exist because we have cell phones now. But I gave her a call while this all was going on to kind of check on her, and she was like, "I'm great. I just bought a bunch of alcohol and glycerin." And I was like, "Holy shit, are you getting wine drunk and making pipe bombs?" And she was like, "No, I'm just making hand sanitizer." Wow. I was like, but could you just make a couple pipe bombs? That would make me feel a little bit safer. Like this is, I was surprised to find out she actually hadn't bought a gun to protect herself, because it's like manic people tend to like go overboard. I was like, how do you not have a gun yet? How have you not gotten all the guns in South America at this point? This is okay. Shit. Yeah. It's funny. People don't know often that I'm Hispanic, because my name is Andre Hashem, and that's like, it sounds like a Bond villain from a made up country. But it's funny because like one of the strange things I've found, especially, it's weird moving to Chicago, but I grew up in Houston with a lot of Mexican people. And what's funny is that a lot of other first generation Hispanics, they don't speak Spanish. It's the weirdest thing. And you talk to them and it's like, yeah, your parents, they don't teach you Spanish because they want you to fit in better. But I'm like, I don't think that I forgot the line. God damn it. All right, next joke. How much time I got, Mark?
You got just like 30 seconds, man.
Okay. My grandma has dementia, which is it's a bummer. She recently lost the ability to swallow, and I've just recently found out that was why my grandpa left. It was, and it was like, you realize, like, I think he had to have been getting, slipping in his old age too, because I was just thinking about it. It was like, dude, gummy and forgetful. Like, she'd have been sucking your dick like you're on Varsity, man. Anyways, more to that where I shit on my grandpa, but I'll be done for now.
Yeah. Thank you, Andre. I'm gonna leave Andre up on Spotlight because I like for the comedian that had to check his notes and forgot his notes. His walls look like a fucking serial killer with the notes. Did you look behind you, Andre? Did you look behind you for the material? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
We can do your material for you if you want.
I did kind of forget that they were back there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And congratulations on dating a teenager. I guess school's out, right?
Yeah,
it's a long way to tell us that. I mean, if you want, either bush or not the bush. I don't know. I'm gonna.
33-year-old woman or 12-year-old boy. It's
Our next comedian coming down, Kate Cullen.
Oh,
I'm gonna find her. I keep promising I'll find people before I announce it. Where'd she go? I don't see. Oh my God, there you are. You're muted too. I'll unmute her first. That's how I'll start, by unmuting our next comic, Kate Cullen.
Very cool. First of all, I had to follow. No offense, but it's the funniest joke I heard. My grandma forgot to swallow. That's why my grandpa left. That was funny, Andre. Just was funny. For all of you that've been watching a lot of TV, so have I. I never run out of TV to watch because I watch a lot of true crime, which is my favorite thing ever to watch. I like to watch Snapped, where they kill their husbands because, well, you know, it's a Tuesday. Why not? And you know, I love true crime shows. I've learned that, you know, the Florida Panhandle and Murfreesboro, Tennessee, they take the girls in home ec. You learn how to make dinner and how to kill your husband. That's what you learn in there, because all those women, they're all killing their husbands over there. It's like, no, you know, I can't get a divorce. I gotta kill him. I just got, you know, Earl had to die, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, it makes you wonder why Southern food is so tasty. That's just what I keep thinking, you know. I mean, and never marry a girl whose name is anything with an I, you know, Tracy with an I, Melissa, Tina. No, they're gonna kill you. They are going to kill you. Unless you're suicidal, then, you know, you could just marry her and then she can kill you, but you don't have to kill yourself. You know, get the woman to do something you know you want to do. You could just always do that. You know, all the depressed hipsters, they should just go marry some Tracys with them. Anyhow, so I've been working from home with this coronavirus thing, and you know, I want to make my commute just as much like regular work as possible. So I just don't change my cat's litter box so that, you know, this smells like the Red Line. And I wear my little work medallion thing, you know, my little ID badge, so that I can remember that I'm at work. I don't wear pants, you know, or underwear, but I wear my badge, and I think that's really important. That is very important. I bought a cat. Well, I mean, I adopted a cat right before this, because my other cat, Delilah, passed away. And I have to have a cat, because I was like, I cannot be in my apartment just with me. No. And I named her Cora. Her middle name is Navirus. And I wonder why she wants to kill me. Oh, Jesus is behind me. Yeah, that's a crucifix. He's well hung. What can I say? So I've got that going on. I was talking to one of my friends the other day about how I'm getting older, and, you know, I haven't been making myself up as much during this virus. I'm starting to get like one of those mustaches, you know. But then you think about it, that's like, we have masks. You know, I don't have to buy Nair. I just wear my mask. And no one has to know that I'm getting older and I'm starting to turn into some sort of weird hobbit half man thing. It's a beautiful thing to have a mask. Other than that, I tell you, I've been having to eat my own cooking since I can't go to restaurants. Yeah, there's that. And the other thing I was going to tell you is this. I've been getting a lot of the marketing for all the clothes bots and the DSW shoes and all that is still, they're sending messages to my email as if they don't know any better. I got one from the shoe store. Sandal season's just around the corner. Really? We're talking about Hobbit feet and nasty Howard Hughes eagle talons. I'm not wearing sandals. You know, if you tell me you've got toilet paper, that's gonna impress me, DSW. Wish or Torrid, tell me you got some toilet paper. I mean, I do not need new jeans, and I do not need, where am I gonna wear them? I don't wear pants anymore. I'm at home. I'm alone. I am Eleanor Rigby. In fact, I'm wearing a face that I keep by a jar by the door. Yes, I do. And I've often, since that's on my coronavirus playlist, Eleanor Rigby is on that. I always wondered why Eleanor Rigby and Father Mackenzie didn't just hook up. They were lonely. They could have just made it happen. And that's my time, kids. Mwah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We're gonna keep rolling. Our next performer is a talented musician, and he's gonna do a couple numbers for us. So
yay!
Put your hands together, yes, for the very talented Bill Larkin, guys.
Yay!
Piano, I can only assume you can. This is my first time here, so I bet a lot, like a lot of you probably. I had a planned trip during this time, which of course I had to cancel, which but I was going to go to Los Angeles and try to make it big and do that whole thing, but I don't feel bad because when we can go out again, I'm gonna go to LA, and when I go to LA, I'm going to be ready. I think I can, I think we all have a dream of having our own TV show. Even though I'm 50 years old now, I still think I'm at an age where I can have my own TV show. And if I do get my own TV show, I have my theme song ready. So I'd like to perform for you the song that will serve, hopefully, as the theme to my TV show.
Yes.
There's nothing new to see or do. It's a quiet little town. But in this place, a fresh new face is turning things around. He's the gay, balding asthmatic. He's making dreams come true. When life becomes problematic, he keeps on shining through. He's looking for guys and making a home now, inhaler in hand, with nothing to comb now. The gay dreams come true. A very special episode of The Gay Balding Asthmatic. Main character, me, would be walking down the street on a very sunny day when suddenly a robber would come up to me with a gun and say, "Give me all your money." Now, thinking quickly, I would see where the sun is located in the sky, and I would move my head in such a way that the sun's rays ricochet directly off my bald spot into the robber's lion's head. Now remember, he still has a gun, but he doesn't count on the fact that I find him amazingly attractive. Because suddenly, the huge boner that's growing in my pants knocks the gun right out of his hand. And he starts to run for it. I run after him, he's running, and I'm running, but he's running much faster, and I can't catch up. And I'm like, ooh, asthma. And you think he's going to get away, but remember, he's blind now, so he just runs into a tree. And then the cops show up, and I explain to the cops, everything that happened. And one cop says to me, well, this cop has a bad Irish accent. Well, Mr. Larkin, it seems that you being gay and bald really helped you in this situation. And then I say back to him something that turns into my eventual catchphrase on the show. I say, yeah, but being asthmatic sucks.
Oh, good.
And then he laughs and I laugh and we both freeze like this. That freeze, you see the executive producer's name, and that's when you also hear the closing theme. He's dealing with life and dealing with bad hair. He'll suck on your cock and then suck on his Advair. The game will making dreams come.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Someday. Thank you. I've been given time to do one more. So I had to write a coronavirus song because that's what you do when you're in your apartment for a month. Right, everybody? You have to write your corona material.
Yep.
So here's a corona theme song. This song is called What I Should Be Doing.
Yes.
Here's what I should be doing. Here's what I should be doing right now. I should go read a book, maybe learn how to cook, or pick up a hobby somehow. Here's what I should be doing. I should do 50 push-ups a day. I should paint the spare room, learn to conference on Zoom. I should take all that garbage away. I should build up my business to pay off my debt. I should start meditating or foster a pet. Maybe write my first novel or FaceTime a friend. Make some surgical masks from a nice cotton blend. So that glorious day I can rush out that door, I will be so much better than I was before because I didn't spend all my time stewing. Anyway, that's what I should be doing. Here's what I have been doing. Here's what I am doing right now. I am sleeping till 2. Then find nothing to do except masturbate right on the hour. Here's what I have been doing. I've been pacing the floor in the hall. Then I watch CNN and I jerk off again, and well, honestly, that's about all. Well, of course, there's the times I have cried with regret over all of the things that I haven't done yet. Or I head off to Facebook where people are mean and I shake my fist right in front of the screen. And that glorious day I can rush out that door, I won't. I'll stay here and I'll jack off some more. You should see all the Kleenex accruing. Anyway, that's what I have been doing. There is nothing you should be doing. You don't have to grab books off the shelf. Like my therapist said, this is all in my head and I have to stop shooting myself. As long as you're safe and you're healthy, then there's nothing else you need to do. So don't stress out a bit. You don't have to do shit. Or in even less words, you be you. It's okay to sit back with a glass of red wine. It's okay if you want to spend hours online. It's okay if now you're just discovering John Prine. I assure you that what you are doing is fine. But there's nothing you should be doing.
Every time.
There's not a thing you should be doing.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes. Thank you, Bill. Oh, bravo, Bill. That was really good, man. That
was good.
Yeah, the one thing you did do is you wrote a fucking song. Come on, quit showing off, dude. You wrote a song doing shit, and you fucking write a song on it, and that's not doing shit, man. Oh Lord, guys, we got a few more comics to get through. I'm gonna introduce our next comedian, and then I might show a clip of a show I like because I realized I can do it. Please welcome right now, Michael Shue.
Yeah. What's up, motherfuckers?
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Cool. I haven't been doing this for very long yet, but I wish intentions counted for something. Like, what if, like, after a set, somebody, you do really badly, but I've never heard anyone be like, hey man, you had really good intentions. I would like to get points for that. I'd like to this be more a millennial activity, if we could make it that, possibly, where everyone becomes a winner. I've decided to stop developing my offstage personality. It's just a waste of time. Anything that I would want in life, I could just like, what's my incentive for being funny off stage? I know I'm not terribly funny on stage, but what's the point of trying to be funny off stage? I don't know. Anything that I want off stage, like a blowjob, I could get just being funnier on stage. Like, you know? I'm not saying guys, you're gonna blow me after, but if you're wanting to, it sounds like Bill Larkin, you and me should hook up. I don't think I need to be funny for you. You'd probably just suck my dick anyways. Can't be homophobic in 2020. Can't be it. I feel like at this point, I just have to be gay. And I really don't like the idea of journaling anymore. I don't really think it's fair to journal. It's like you're asking somebody who's vulnerable to write down their thoughts in a journal, and like, but like, how do you know that no one's gonna read your journal? It's happened before. Anne Frank is not happy people know her journal exists. I mean, that's a cliche joke. That's not like I'm a genius for that joke, but I appreciate the laughs nonetheless. Yeah, I realize I've been telling like hack jokes this whole time, because now that I've been like going back into like I feel like I knew like a handful of comedians, not like real comedians, not like we're not real comedians, but like paid professional comedians. But like I've been like, you know, diving into YouTube more and realize that like everyone's done everything already. So I don't really know how to get funnier in this medium if it's already been done. Like for example, I thought it would have been really cool to have like an improvise, like not just like a crowd work set, but like a totally improvised headliner set. Like somebody do like 60 minutes of an improvised set. And I thought that nobody had done it until I found out that somebody named Ben Glebe has done it. Apparently he's like game show network writer, and he's done it in like 8 cities already. So I'm totally fucked in this industry. That was my big gimmick, and now I don't have it anymore. So now it's just me gonna be in open mics pissing people off with my unfunny comedy. I feel like I get a weird kind of kick out of that though. Like in real life, I really like to push people's boundaries. Like I like to make them, I want to get them so mad at me that they decide to not be friends with me anymore. Like, does anyone get a kick out of that? Like, you like to see how many people you can piss off and like make hate you? I've made like 40 people hate me and leave me. I had a girl a couple days ago told me she didn't want to be friends with me anymore. I was like, when? Thank you. I don't even know where I get that from. I don't know why I like to piss people off so much. Like there was an open mic that I went to, like maybe my 4th day doing this. Maybe you heard about it. It was a pretty spectacular event. And I yelled at the audience, thank you. And I told everybody that this was the worst open mic I had ever been to. And I was just like fuming at people. And yeah, can you guess how many people did not like me after that? Everybody in the room. Yeah, so I don't know if you think that's funny or not. It's probably not, which is why I'm not going to be a stand-up comedian. I make people more mad than laugh. Okay. All right, Bill, it was good seeing you guys. Bye.
Hey.
Yeah. Thank you. One more time for Mike Chu. Mike, I can tell you it was not the worst Mike you've ever been to, because you said there was an audience there. So no, you obviously are new at this if this is the worst one you've ever been to. And I don't know if anyone's been canceled in quarantine yet, but my money would be on the first one's gonna be Mike, guys. a little bit of a prediction there. Nothing in particular, but yeah, yeah, dude, it's hard to make it. Nobody fucking makes it. And guess what? The other option is to do open mics and grind your ass off forever. And if you like pissing people off, open mics are a place to do it effectively and a place that will end up not tolerating it eventually. I'm not saying you did that. I'm just giving you a heads up. If you're doing mics just to make people not like you, it's a lot of people have taken that route unintentionally. It's good that you are advanced to the level of knowing it's on purpose. Like that's good. Like you like I think I saw you change through that set. It was amazing in that sense. Our next comedian, oh my God, is Nick Lindemann here? Nick here? Or Scott 2 or Sugar Ray or Noah? None of them are here. Then get on up, Dr. K.
Hey. Hello, Chicago.
Yeah. Hi, Dr. K.
Nice place to visit, but I wouldn't be caught dead voting there.
Oh no, why not?
Dr. K here. I'm part Irish and part French. So when I go into a bar, I pick a fight and then surrender.
That's hilarious.
You want a piece of me? You can have one. I saw a guy walk into a bar wearing an NFL jersey. I said, why are you wearing your wife beater in public? On TV, I see Henry Winkler pitching reverse mortgages to senior citizens. I think that's a Fonzie scheme.
Ponzi scheme.
You know, if you're a Star Wars nerd, the only sex you're going to get is a hand solo. More Wookiee than Nookie. I have a doorbell that plays Happy Birthday. Ding, 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 ding. Scares off the Jehovah's Witnesses. Hey, every time a doorbell rings, a Jehovah's Witness angel gets its wings. Angels are overrated. Yeah, my daughter donated her hair to Locks of Love to make wigs for cancer patients. Angels only give up their hair to make pasta. My daughter's overrated. She was homeschooled by her mother. Who wouldn't get straight A's if their dad slept with a teacher? Speaking of sex, I hear that if someone hires a prostitute without arranging it through a pimp, they're buying wholesale.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
I heard that a Mexican pimp is like a Corona beer. I help you find your beach. I wouldn't know. I've never hired a prostitute. When I was single,
Oh no.
We lost
Huh?
He's just talking.
Oh no. I got it. I'm gonna have to enter in. Dr. K, we can't hear you right now. I don't know. I don't know if this is part of the bit or not. If it is, this is some excellent comedy.
How are you gonna do that live in the club though?
You think what? I don't know. His audio cut out. I still can't hear him. Can anyone hear him?
No,
Okay.
no.
I did not hear him.
Lost him right at the punchline.
I know it's sad. If we hear him, then he can say the punchline. But if we can't hear him, he can't do the
Guess we'll
punchline.
just have to come watch him in 2 weeks.
Guys, in the meantime, I'm going to hear this sweet ass intro to us. Let me know if you can hear this. This is kind of more of a test if you can hear this. Right here. Right here. Right here.
I hear it.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the other show that I found. I didn't know it existed, and it's so over the top.
Is this from the 90s?
This was on in '93, and they all had cell phones. Every character had a laptop and a cell phone. And the first episode, Fabio was on it. I can't act. No, I never knew that Fabio was Italian. I thought he was something
Spencer
else. I did not recognize his accent. And I grew up around Italian, so it surprises me. There's that laptop. There's that laptop.
And the 90s hair. 90210 hair.
Homer's really cutting edge, too.
Everyone's doing kung fu and shit.
Ranger shit.
They blew up a taco stand.
Ah, they got a Hispanic in there. There we go.
So wrong.
This guy was the nerd. This guy was the nerd. Watch this. Oh, nerd, you're getting in the water, nerd.
Nowadays, the nerd would totally be getting
Here's
like
Fabio.
all
Oh,
to
shit.
get money.
Fabio. That's my name. Like a Brazilian
And there's
soccer
George
player.
Bush playing George Bush.
John Vernon is Mr. Smith.
Everything.
So is it supposed to be like unisex Charlie's Angels or something?
I think I
You
found
better
my new.
post that link in here right now. You better post that link to it a couple of episodes.
I will
He was
post
the
it.
dean in Animal House, and then he played the bad guy for the rest of his career. He was awesome.
You recognized who that was? I posted it. Yeah, that was just a weird palate cleanse I do sometimes, and I watched the first. I watched 2 episodes of it today. It's amazing. Please watch it. It's please support my GoFundMe to bring it back. Shot remotely in all of our apartments. Please, yeah, I'm gonna post the GoFundMe to bring that back. Holy crap! I had to scroll so far to find the list of who is up next. Dr. K, and then now we got, oh my God, Justin Goldberg. Are you here? Are you around, Justin?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Thank you, Justin Goldberg.
All right, I've had the hiccup since yesterday, so let's see if I can get. Welcome everyone to this oversized utility closet. Thank you for joining me here. I actually have been living on the road for most of this year, but I was in between places when everything got shut down, so I had to scramble, and that landed me back here at my mom's house. When I got here, she offered to buy me a PlayStation. I was like, wow, Mom, that is really generous. But no, I just kicked my video game addiction. I am going to use my time here productively during this shutdown. And I have. I got a full-time job, if you can believe it. Yes, every week since then, I've put in at least 40 hours to Golden T-Mobile. You know that old golf game at the bar? They have it on your phone now. And instead of putting money in the machine, they give you silver and gold just for playing. It's freaking awesome. I haven't actually figured out how to convert it yet or transfer it to my bank account. I know that direct deposit is coming soon. I'll figure it out. I will. I've been back in the 90s since last week. You know, Rugrats and Ren and Stimpy and MJ's Bulls and all that. It's been great. The only difference really between the 90s and now is When Joe Biden ran for president in the 90s, he was forced out of the race for being a scumbag. Now it seems to be elevating him. I don't know. Things have gotten weird. I mean, of course, we should absolutely take care of the sick, elderly folks. But do we have to force them to run against each other for president? Yeah, it does. It looks like Joe Biden has emerged victorious from the Democratic Hunger Games. It's got to be his superior genetics. I think that I think it was the royal English family. Yes, the entire royal family got together with the cast of Jersey Shore, and 9 months later, Joe Biden became Joe Biden. And then Hitler went and knocked up Snooki, and we got Trump. We really got to choose now. I guess we do. So, do we want the big fascist with tiny hands, or do we want the tiny fascist with grabby hands? Well, I'd love to bore you all night with my political stances, honestly, but I actually have to get back to work. I'm making the turn right now. Got to hit the back nine. I'm hunting eagles, baby. Woo!
Oh, is that it? Oh,
that's all I got.
I wasn't sure, man. I never know, man. Like stuff was cut out, and then.
Well,
and then...
normally I would just like walk away, but I'm seated and I'm lazy, so here I am.
Oh, I get it. And you, yeah, don't. Yeah.
I am back.
One more time for Justin, guys. Go, Justin. Because we got 3 more comics left. One on, yeah. Let's just do this. Get on. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Greg Bartuzzi.
Oh, what's going on? How's everyone? Yeah, this is my first time doing a Zoom open mic because I don't want to bomb in my own house. So hopefully that doesn't happen here. Yeah, Zoom hackers. I know a lot of people are hacking into these Zoom like conversations and like playing porn and stuff. And it's I've been on a lot of Zoom calls and I'm just like I'm not on the right ones, I guess. I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it. Earlier this week, it was I had like an eventful Sunday earlier last week. I ended up doing the dishes and ended up cutting my finger and getting stitches on my finger right now. So at least now I'm not going to shake anyone's hands right now. So we're good on that front. My buddies and I were looking at a couple of dispensaries, and like now they're doing the adult use are being sold online. You place your order online and then go pick it up and everything. So we're scrolling through the menu online. You go through the flowers, go through the edibles, and all their different categories. And I guess one of the categories was I don't know what it was, but in that category, you saw topicals, things, creams you apply to yourself, patches, things like that sort. And then all of a sudden, this was in the adult use menu, mind you, THC suppositories, right? Who's out there doing THC suppositories in a recreational way? Hey, you guys want to go calm down? You guys want to have a fun night? We'll go do some pot right now. Yeah, let me go to the bathroom real quick and just take care of this real quick. Someone pulls out a blunt. This guy's unbuckling his pants and shit. One of the things that have been obviously very popular is the Tiger King. I know a lot of people have been watching that. There's stuff coming out about that every week. The best thing that I saw was O.J. Simpson. He was on Twitter. He's got his Twitter following, always saying stuff to them. And he's talking to them like about the Tiger King, saying like, okay, white people are messed up. By the way, that Carol Baskin chick, she definitely turned her husband into Tiger Sushimi. That's what he said, right? And if there's anyone that's an expert on murdering their spouse, I think it would be O.J. Simpson, right? At this point, I think it would be more interesting if like O.J. like started like a new reality kind of show following people. I guess following different true crimes that haven't been solved about spouses that have been murdered. And the name of the show would be "If They Did It, This Is How They Would Do It." So I think that's it. A couple of interesting things. You know, sports aren't going on. I know that the Basketball Hall of Famers were just named. The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame of class of 2020 was just named. It was Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, and Kobe Bryant. They were named first round ballots without any problem. The ballot choices were a very similar process, a little bit different this year. Instead of taking their votes and putting them in a ballot box, they crumpled them up and shot them in and yelled, "Kobe!"
Oh.
A couple of other cool things I saw someone is actually the producers of The Bachelor are doing. Oh, Mark, am I almost up?
You're good. Go ahead.
All right, I got this last one. I'll get out. Producers of The Bachelor are doing a casting call for a new dating show for people ages 65 and up, senior dating, basically, right? You know, do we really want to see that? Do we really want to see seniors dating? You got, yeah. Yeah, here we go. You got a couple of elderly people laying on the beach holding hands, talking about how much their grandson doesn't call them anymore, you know? You got two people having a nice romantic dinner. You got a bottle of champagne on the table. You got a steak and their pill cases that tell them what pills to take that day, you know? Two people taking a nice hot jacuzzi in their walk-in bathtub. So I'm just saying that might be an interesting one. Well, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to work on. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch some senior dating shows, guys. Go throw a little cheese on your quarantine.
Yeah. Hey, Greg, didn't?
Oh, heavens!
I gotta find my
Look how that just showed up just now, little buddy.
Come here.
No, bring him back. What are you doing?
Okay, I stole him. I stole him. That's why he's not on there.
Whoa. We got a cat now. We're passing the cat. Hey, just if anyone doesn't know, Greg, that is how Greg, that is how your voice sounds. That is not your microphone. That bassy.
Yeah, that's my voice. That's my voice.
Guys, we got a couple more comics, and we'll do the fast minute comedy. I might have to run and get a beer to refill, but in the meantime, please welcome Tommy the Roche Lucero. I gotta find him on up there. I keep doing this wrongly. Thanks, Tommy.
All right. Can you hear me okay on here?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, cool. Wasn't sure. It's good to be trying this Zoom shit out. This is like the first one for me too. It's like first or second. I don't know. Can't even tell what day it is. So I'm not gonna try and figure out what the last one of these things I did is. I was supposed to go on a ski trip before this whole thing went down with the lockdown, and I was pretty bummed out. But thankfully, I live in the state of California, and they find weed to be as essential as I do. So it means I can still hit trees from the safety of my own bedroom. Don't need to go skiing, you guys. You can just stay here. I wanted to make a better memory is what I wanted to do with the whole vacation thing. Because the last one I went on got stopped at the border because I was with a paraplegic relative of mine. Turns out you can't take vegetables into other countries.
Whoa.
Been in my house for so long now that this quarantine seems to be taking forever. Been in my house for so long, thinking about moving into the attic and starting a diary. I've gotten the opportunity to watch a lot of shows I don't usually watch on Netflix and stuff. One of those shows is Cheers, and that's been a lot of fun. I never really watched it before, and now it's a whole different experience because I've been watching it without pants on. So it's like being inside of a bar, half naked, without judgment. It's fucking awesome. Been smoking a lot of weed while I'm in the house, not doing anything. And I've been smoking so much weed that I started wondering to myself, I wonder if Sonic burgers are made out of hedgehog. I don't know if you guys are getting weird shit popping up on ads for your Facebook shit, your computer stuff, but I saw something weird today. And then I'm not sure if anybody has made a joke about this shit yet, but I saw some ad for edible underwear, like weed underwear. And I thought that's really progressive because now I'll have a reason, I'll have an excuse for saying, you know, why I fell asleep right afterward. What other stupid shit did I write down? While Oh, well, I was watching more documentaries too on Netflix. Got to watch another documentary, not the Tiger King. Everybody's seen that fucking shit. But this other documentary, it's called How to Fix a Drug Scandal. I don't know if you guys have gotten to watch it, but it's pretty awesome. It's about forensic scientists. And if you don't know what a forensic scientist is, it's basically somebody that still experiments with drugs but can make their parents proud of them. The scientist, though, she decided one day she just wanted to up and start trying drugs. So the first drug she tried was she drank some liquid meth.
Oh.
Yeah. And I've never drank liquid meth, you guys, but I'm pretty sure it tastes like Still Reserve. So I'm not even going to do that shit. And staying in my house, watching a lot of the streaming channels, networks and stuff. One of the ones I've been watching a lot of is Disney Plus. Like, I don't know, anybody out there still watches Disney Plus besides me. It's fucking awesome. I got to watch some DuckTales, the old school DuckTales. You guys watch DuckTales? Exactly. If you watch DuckTales, you know the woohoo right after it. Watched it so much recently while I was getting high. I was like, damn, if I had the same amount of money as Scrooge McDuck, I'd never wear pants either. That'd be pretty awesome. But I've made peace with the fact that I'll probably never have enough money to have a big vault full of gold coins. But after the stimulus check, maybe I can at least afford a golden shower. It's good to have goals. Oh man, you guys think when they put a thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, thanks. I'm gonna
Is that
keep,
time?
Yeah, that was time. I'm gonna keep running time tighter.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, Tommy.
Thanks, man.
One more time for Tommy. Tommy the road. I did have to get a beer right at the beginning.
Oh, no problem.
Right at the beginning of your set. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know. But I'm back, and I'm very, very, very happy to welcome our next. I'm really excited to hear his take on everything that's been going on lately in the world, because I haven't seen him in a few weeks, and I just see him every so often. Please welcome Tristan A. Smith.
Woo! Give it up for your host, Mark. Give it up for him right now.
Yeah.
I have not cleaned up my apartment the entire time of the virus, so that's why I'm doing this from outside. Like a lot of people are getting more motivated, not me. Still the same guy. I'm not doing a fucking thing. Also, my hair looks terrible, so I'm wearing a hat. I'm doing everything I can to prevent you from seeing the real me. Alrighty. My second favorite Black person is Jussie Smollett. My favorite Black person is O.J. Simpson. I like whenever we get away with crimes. My fetish is freedom. Like, I feel like as Black people, we've taken marching as far as it can go. Like, we've tried marching for 50 years. Nobody cares if you march anymore, right? We've tried that. We're out of ideas. We got to think of something new now. I think the new idea that Jussie Smollett figured out is we got to start beating white people in the courtroom. We got to start beating them, and the only thing that matters to them. Because white people love Law and Order. They love Law and Order so much, they named 27 different TV shows Law and Order. They really, the courtroom is the only game that they can win. So we have to start beating them where it counts, on their own turf. And I think I get to a point where Black people just get away with any crime. Like I honestly want more white people. Like if I was ever to give a black card to a white person, I'd give it to Casey Anthony. Not because I necessarily like her viewpoint on anything, but she's gotten away with the crime. We need her on the team. She can help our stats. All right, nobody. It's a very hard bit to do with an audience. This is even worse, devoid of any type of positive reinforcement. Shout out to anybody who's racist right now. I think that's pretty cool. if you can be racist while your father's dying, I think that's you're a better than me. like I really want to meet the person who's like, this virus took everything from me. It took my wife, took my kids, took my job, took my house. But if you think it took away my tolerance for other cultures, you got another thing coming. I lost that years ago. Like, I can't imagine hating all of China. Like that's a dumb thing to do. You can't fight China. You just can't. You don't have that ability. Like you as one person can't fight China. You can fight maybe 1 to 3 Chinese people at most. At most you can do it. I think like, are you with one person gonna like make one meme that's gonna like fuck up China's world? No. All right. So like with racism, I think you gotta think locally, all right, not globally. So if you can just, you gotta hurt one Chinese person. All right, I feel like, okay, this bit went off the path that I wanted it to go on. I swear, the bit does start out as anti-racism, but it very strongly becomes just hit one Chinese person very quickly. I don't know how that happened. Alrighty. Also, where does the light come from? I can only see my own face. I'm not saying Mark at all.
Look at, I got the light. You'll see it. I'm letting you roll, man. I don't give a shit. I just wanted to see it, Tristan. Another minute. How about that? You got 1 minute. 1 minute remaining. Yes.
Hell yeah. All right. Hey, it is. I was saying this earlier. I'm just gonna do a tweet, I guess. Now that's what comedy is. It's just me tweeting and then reciting those to you in a Zoom mic. It's kind of nuts that that we're having like a lot of virtual comedy shows, and they still all have one black person on the lineup. Like we literally can get it turns out it truly doesn't matter. You can get anyone in the world, no matter where they are, to be able to do this, and we still got to have 5 white dudes. Like it does not matter. Give a shit. It truly is just as hard to get booked now as it is then. Like I truly, nothing has changed in my life. All right, thank you very much. That's it for me. Give it up for Mark for doing this.
Wow. That was the best. That was one of the best walking comedy I've seen in a long time. And I've seen some walking comedy in my day. That was great. Awesome jokes and stuff. And thank you for calling me out for having a lot of white people on my comedy show last week. I promise that will be a little bit better in the future. Putting together some more shows. They will be definitely more diverse. That one was more hastily thrown together, but they'll be better. Kristen, Twitter, what's that? What's that? We're on here because we don't know what Twitter is. That's why we're on Zoom. Should be reading their tweets for us. We got one more comic, then the fastest minute in comedy. And that last comic is they messaged me. Oh, wait, I see it. Scott 2. We're giving it up for Scott 2. I got to find him on the thing. There he is. Put your hands together for Scott the second.
Oh, wow. Hey, everybody. I'll just jump into the jokes. I've been thinking about getting a therapist, but it's just like dating. You have to figure out if there's chemistry and a connection. And I struggle enough with actual dating. So instead, I've discovered this song by Peaches that I've been taking to heart. Fuck the Pain Away. This is the perfect time to date someone since you shouldn't have sex. You can truly get to know them. But I'm so used to immediate sex. When someone says, "What do you like to do?" I'm still like 7 inches or more. If I haven't reached out directly during this crisis, it doesn't mean I don't care about you. I still do, just not enough to ensure that you're okay. Kind of like a Christian relative that prays for you instead of actually helping. I am back to using condoms again because I had crabs, gonorrhea, then corona happened, and I'm not trying to catch anything else, but I just found out that latex condoms don't prevent the transmission of COVID-19. So I'm still going to suffocate to death. I just have one more joke that I'm going to do for you guys. I hate the pressure of having to immediately say something witty and engaging when dating online. Dudes will have a single face pic on a beige, nondescript background and will demand the first message be something other than hello. Like, what the fuck do you want? A Victorian era love letter as the first message? The deep pools of amber in your eyes, the sly, devilish grin upon those full, rosy lips, the subtle tuft of chest hair gently escaping the collar of your shirt are all leaving me breathless. I am truly blessed to have found such a stunning creature on these digital wilds. I sound like a bloodthirsty psychopath. That's really all that I had for you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to do that.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to find myself. This is what I'm wearing now.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, find ourselves. Put on my nice Reed's Local jacket with my name on it. One more time for Scott the Second, though. Yay! This is what like the Chicago I stole a mountain or what is it, a mountain lion, and I have it in my duplex. King would dress like this is the equivalent. Chicago bungalow, the Chicago mountain lion bungalow guy. That's exactly what he would be.
Bangalow.
A what?
The Bangalow.
A bang. Oh my God. Oh, there you go. That's it. I can never be a writer. That's the most concise way to shorten my joke. That was amazing. All right, guys, we'll do the fast minute comedy if you guys want to do it. I know a lot of you stuck around, so we can do it. I don't care if people want to go home, then go home. Like you're already home, then just turn it off. Close your fucking laptop. I'm not making you keep it open. Turn off your video if you want to turn off the lights. You can do it in the dark. Who gives a shit? Fast minute comedy. This I'm gonna do it. You're gonna get. It's a speed round. I'm gonna go through this real quick. If you don't respond to me in 10 seconds, I'm moving on to the next person. Otherwise, you get a minute, and I'm just gonna fucking just start muting and unmuting people. I'm not even gonna flash lights. So get a good. If you've been doing this a while, you understand what a minute feels like. But who cares? It doesn't even matter. Here we go. Yeah. Please, go. Katie Zane, go.
So I was watching something on Netflix the other day, and I remembered that back in the day, there used to be an actual problem where cars would just catch on fire. That used to be a real thing that would happen to people. They would go into some place, come out of some place, and there'd be a car on fire. And this actually happened to my family. My dad took my bigger sister to the doctor. They looked out the window, saw smoke, and they were like, oh, there's something going on out there. Walked outside, car on fire. And I thought about it. I was like, we don't have problems like that anymore. We have this COVID situation, but we don't have combusting just out of nowhere vehicles anymore. I feel like we're living in a better time. All right, that's enough out of me.
Yeah, thank you, Katie. Hey, Katie Zane, haven't you ever heard of Tesla? Oh, cars are bursting into flames all the time.
Oh no.
I don't know. I hope not. I'll do whatever. To die in a Tesla is a. Get on, Nathan Gibson. Go.
So with the electric scooters, I'm looking forward to them again completely. I remember distinctly walking down Wicker Park and seeing one of the scooters, and on the side of it, it had a message of if there is a malfunction, contact this number. But then it had the same message in Braille, which I don't know why any message in Braille would be on a scooter other than I'm sorry it's in your way. Good enough for me. Yeah.
Good enough for all of us. Guys, oh my God, I'm getting more and more unrecognizable. Let's do this. Michael Cooper's still here. Michael Cooper, go, 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 Michael Cooper, go.
Hey guys, what's going on? So I went home over Christmas this past year, and I got to tell y'all, a week in Alabama is a long time to defend masculinity that you don't care about. Bought me steel-toed work boots as a Christmas gift. I write corporate training for a living. And my dad was like, yeah, but you're a man, and a man needs steel-toed work boots. I'm like, man, I write poetry in my spare time. Did y'all know an Alabama effeminate is a Chicago toxic masculine? That's it for me.
Go, 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 go. Hey, I thought, didn't, oh, guys, I'm so tired. It's setting in. I'm tired. Can't read the list. Oh, no, I'll wake up. It's Petty Man's bar.
All right. Oh, this is how you shock a white guy? Yeah, you tell them you've never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie. Whoa! Oh, I'm so mad at you. It's also who is Quentin Tarantino? I think he did the Batman movie, right? Somebody asked me who my favorite Batman character was, and I said the Seal, "Kiss Him a Rose" song. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Petty Man's bar. Michael Bay did the Batman movies. We all know. We're not idiots. Get on down, Gary Hughes. I'm looking for Gary. There's Gary Hughes. Get on down, Gary Hughes.
Okay, for sure. I like that we're part of the Umbrella Corporation from Resident Evil, doing all these Zooms. There's some people that's transgender and they do their transition, but they don't change their name. So it'd be this tall woman with the big ass, big titties named DeAndre. Just change the name, it'd be easier. If you put the coronavirus under a microscope and zoom in by 10 million, there's a little tag on it that says "Made in China." All right. Let's see. What else? Hey man, that's it, man.
I got my new prescription filled. You guys are good. I'll be good for the rest of the show. I'll be good. Douglas Wendersky, get on down here, Douglas. Oh,
thank you.
I
only feed my cat Rachel Ray cat food. That's the only thing she'll eat, and chocolate actually since yesterday morning. So basically, I woke up and I was craving one of my chocolate muffins with chocolate frosting on it. I went in the kitchen, and then I ate that, and I was thinking like, this is heavenly. So then I went back to bed. Oh, when I was eating that, I was half asleep, by the way. And so then I go back to bed, and then my cat jumps on my chest. She likes to lay on my chest when I'm sleeping. And then she starts eating chocolate from my beard and my chin area. And I'm like, holy shit, I had chocolate in my beard or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like noticing how happy she looks. Now her tongue is moving and all this shit. It's like, I'm thinking like, she's got to be thinking, oh, this is heavenly.
Yeah, thank you, Douglas Wendersky, guys. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna keep going. Andre, are you there? Andre, are you with me? Are you okay?
One of the things they never tell you about aging, I'm 35, is that as you get older, you collect belly button lint more frequently. Like I've been noticing, it used to be like a couple weeks, and now, but in between, I'd have to pick it out, and now it's like every single day. I think it's just because I'm getting older and wearing more sweaters, or maybe it's because I'm fucking more sheep. But the belly button is very useful. You can catch cum in it. I want to train my belly button to be an Audi so that I can shoot it twice. That's my time.
Yeah. This guy's.
I just wanted to say the words out loud.
We're doing body horror, man. It's great. This is what's good. It's what's his name? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I've had a good amount of beer. We're good. Mario Caballaro, are you there? I'm gonna look for you after I say your name and after you start doing your set, and then I'll highlight someone else, and then you can keep going because that's what happened last time.
All right. Yeah, this is kind of crazy going shopping nowadays during the quarantine time. Like I went to Costco the other day and I felt like I was at a nightclub, bro. Like there was a long ass line to get in there. You know what I'm saying? People are not maintaining their distance like they should. You know, you end up buying way too much alcohol. You know what I mean? It was it was crazy times. I think it's crazy that there's supposed to be an election that's supposed to happen in November. Like, are we even gonna have 2 candidates that make it by that point? Like, if you think about it, nobody's following protocol. None of them. Like, Donald Trump using his little hands to touch every microphone and shake every hand at every press conference. And I see freaking, Biden over here just touching every woman under the age of 20 inappropriately he comes across. So, I mean, at the very least, he's not spreading it to the older folks. So thank you for that, Joe. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, woo! Thank you, Mario. I think Critique's gone. I think Critique went to watch the rest of that ESPN show with Nick and Sheila, who are his parents. Kate Cullen, get on down here. I'll find you, Kate. I'll find you. You don't have to go till I find you. There she is. She's muted too. I'm gonna have to unmute her. There's some background sound. Unmuted and go. Nope, I muted her.
You did.
Yeah. Okay. 1 minute, go now. Nope, she's still
Okay.
muted.
I'm on mute or not, but whatever. I'm a cat lady, and people always ask me how many cats I have, and I have to tell them, I only have one. I'm in this studio apartment, and people always just assume I have more. But the real reason I only have one cat isn't because I live in a studio apartment. It's because I'm afraid if I get another cat, they will like each other better than me, and that will defeat the whole purpose of buying a cat for companionship. And I'll just feel even lonelier and hate myself even more. Just had to share that with you. That's my time. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. Hey, if you have one cat in a studio apartment, it smells like more than one cat. That's all I'm gonna say. That's why everyone's surprised. You're like, just that is doing that? No, it's come on. Hey, Bill, you want to do a song? Bill, you want to do a song? You got it.
I have a minute. Well, I just want to say thank you, Mark, for having me. This is my first time here, and I realized I didn't give my social media handles during my set, which I'm sure is very unprofessional. So I thought for my less than 1 minute, I would just sing my social media handles. Maybe that'll be really fucking entertaining. My Twitter handle is the Bill Larkin, and my Instagram handle is also the Bill Larkin, and my Facebook handle is Bill Larkin Music, and my regular website is BillLarkin.com. And I have an album on there that I recorded at the Green Mill, and you can all get the album. It's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's wherever you buy music. If you can't buy music, I don't know if you can buy music anymore. Music's now free. And I'm doing a show tomorrow on Facebook where I'm singing Daryl Hall and John Oates songs. I'm not kidding. Come by and see that, and then I'll be doing other things, and that's all. That's a minute. That's all.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Bill Larkin. So if anyone's interested in Bill Larkin's music, you could just Google Bill Larkin on piratebay.com.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Bill Larkin torrents. That's all the. No, seriously, that's awesome. I'm a big Hall & Oates fan. I'm a huge Hall & Oates fan. I saw Hall & Oates last year, or a couple years ago. God, it all just blows together. I would recommend the Hall & Oates show. You're really doing covers tomorrow?
Yeah, it's a charity show. I'm just singing Hall & Oates songs for an hour at the piano. It's going to benefit No Kid Hungry, and it's just on my regular Facebook, just Bill Larkin. So.
Share it in the chat here too. That'd be awesome. Thank you. That's great. Next we got Michael Shu. Let's see if he's gonna get banned from every comedy scene soon. Over under on that. I don't know. Get on here, Michael Shu.
All right. I don't understand people who take fitness seriously. What fucking losers? Like, what is, like, your life is depressing if your favorite thing to do is fitness. That is fucking pathetic. Like, look, I might get banned from open mics, but at least I don't take fitness seriously. All right, goodbye.
Yeah. We don't take fitness serious here either. That's why that's a good thing. We don't. No physical comedy, no physical prop comedy, nothing. It's all simulated. all digital. You can't actually do anything real or physical here. That's how we do it. Is Nick Lindman here? I think I've said this before. Scott the second, you were up earlier, but then you came back around. Are you still here, Scott?
I am here.
You want to do a quick minute? Let's do a quick minute. Go, 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 go. That's what we yell at people.
I don't like getting compliments from strangers because they're usually shady. I used to get this one a lot. Oh my God, you're so eloquent and articulate. Translation, you don't sound like a nigga. It's best to meet shade with shade. Oh my God, thank you. And you're so sane and non-violent.
Ooh, I wasn't ready for that to be over so soon. Second, is cigarette here? No, I don't think so. It was going here. He wasn't here the first time. I doubt he's here again. But you know, someone who couldn't finish, he got cut out. He was punchline last time. So please, let's do 1 minute and let's finish this joke. We've all been waiting like 20 minutes.
Yes.
Am I on?
Yeah, Doctor, you're going. Go, go.
Oh, sorry. Didn't hear you. Okay. I once dated a woman who drove a Volkswagen Beetle. She gave me herpes.
Oh, it's so worth it.
I caught the love bug.
So fun. That's
I went to the doctor. Went to the doctor because I was concerned that I might have damaged my kidneys by drinking contaminated water in Michigan. The doctor said, "Yep, you've got Flintstones." I went to the store and bought some of those Hebrew National Kosher hot dogs just to see if the wieners were circumcised. That's my minute.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my God, that was on a loop. That was an accident. I've just been listening to that for fun all day. Our next meeting. It's so hard to find people in this. I gotta change the way I do this real quick. Everybody can see everybody right now, but that's how I have to find people. Oh yeah, Justin Goldberg. Put your hands together for Justin Goldberg. 1 minute. Go, 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 go.
I might have to fight Doug for a second here. If you have a chocolate muffin with chocolate frosting, that's a cupcake, dude. That's a breakfast cupcake. The last
I want it.
I want it too. Don't get me wrong, but that's not a muffin. The last place I was at before I whisked myself home, I was in this Prescott, Arizona, man. Prescott, Arizona. It's this beautiful little mountain town, which is cool. But I noticed the flags on their light poles, they have a motto. It says Prescott, everybody's hometown. Well, no, that's impossible. You're lying on behalf of 7 billion people. Shut the fuck up. That's all I got.
Yeah, Justin Goldberg. I think we got 2 more comics left. We got the original Tiger Bungalow. Did you get your cat? Did you find your cat, Greg? Did you get your cat?
Dude, I couldn't find him. No, he's chilling out there. Yeah, he's hanging out there somewhere.
Good.
All right. I only got a couple of new quick ones. This happened recently. Someone was asking Stephen King, like, if people, like, if Stephen King actually apologized if people think that they're living in a Stephen King book right now because of everyone quarantined and everything. But I do think that, like, it is similar because he did write a story about a bat biting a dog one time. So got some kind of connection right there. Jimmy Kimmel has rebooted the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire series, and it's just a bunch of celebrities. It's just one celebrity and him. And I just think that the lifeline to ask the audience is going to be weird when someone needs to use that. So, all right, that's it for me.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg Bartusiak.
Thank you.
We got one more comment. His video is not good.
Wait, what's that?
You're on, man. 1 minute.
Oh shit. Okay. I should have left my house quicker. Fuck me. All right. Oh yeah. I used to live with Michael Cooper. That's actually true. I saw him on the chat. I used to live with Michael Cooper. We lived in the same house. You know, I found out that he moved out. Coronavirus. That's the actual truth. I had no idea we weren't living together until I needed human connection. I couldn't find it when I knocked on his door. And that was I was like, oh shit, all right. I guess I gotta look within myself. And now I'm here. That's really all I needed to do. I just needed to make fun of Mike Cooper briefly. Thank you very much.
Are you heading to Mike right now? Is that what you're doing?
Yes. I'm gonna go to Katie's house and knock on their door.
I love you, Tristan.
Love you too.
All right, guys. Thanks everyone for coming out tonight.
Thanks.
Next week, I think it's gonna be a pretty good showcase. Not solidified yet, but there's gonna be some good names coming through. If you want to watch this mic or the previous showcase with Dave Hill and Ian Abramson, head to our Facebook page or our LinkedIn or our Twitch. This video will be there, and next week will be there, so you can watch it live or recorded. We're gonna try to keep some form of this going every Sunday at least. So it's good.
Going to be some black people on there.
Was that
I feel like I made your life harder, Mark. I didn't mean to do that.
My bad. I'll fuck with you, bro. I'll fuck with you.
One of the persons I'm trying to get, and I don't want to make promises, is you would be a
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Eddie Murphy's new special?
Well, are either of you related to either of them, or is that racist? I shouldn't say that shit in a cowboy hat. No, but. But no, seriously, it's gonna be great. Stick around. Lick Frost here. Lick Frost, message me. You all got my email. You all.
Can't make
I'm gonna kill the stream now, but the Zoom will be open for a little bit.
Thanks for doing this, Mark.
Thanks,
Mark.
Thank you.